Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to another Footwear Runners. It's been about 3 weeks since our last food plot video, and we're pretty much nearing the end of July. And we're back out here just to check on the food plots and see how things are going. Right now, I'm in the south of the pocket food plots where we planted soybeans, and oh man, a lot happened in 3 weeks. We got a ton of weeds that are coming up. We have a good amount of soybeans that are coming up, but they are getting nipped off pretty quick. We got milkweed coming up. Not sure what this stuff is called, but yeah, there's a lot of weeds, but within those weeds you can see the beans are coming up here. But I can show you, I mean, like right here, this got nipped off at the top. You can see beans here, but there's a lot of weeds and a lot of stuff getting nipped again. But there's, like I said, there's beans coming up, and not how I imagined it when we planted it. Look at that, more nip. So yeah, they're entering the food plot and eating it already, but we kind of didn't want them nipping so much of the tops off. We're learning as we go here. This is new to us. Yeah, we'll jot that down and know for next year what we should do. All this stuff hasn't been worked in 60, 70, 80 years. It's been a long time, but it feels good. We've always dreamed of doing this here. This food plot, like I said, it's just south of our trailer here. I don't know, it's my dad's goal to shoot something out of one of these fields. I think we might actually put a deer stand up in those pines there somewhere. Probably right there. I don't know if you guys can see it very good. There's a nice little gap in the branches. So we might put a stand there. Dad actually we have a stand right next to the trailer, pretty much like 50 yards away. And last year a buck came down, a nice buck, and he said it got to, like, you got this big pine tree, it came out of down the hill here, walked, and kind of got about 50 yards from where my dad was in the stand, and he just said it was the coolest thing because 10 more yards he would have had a shot at it. It's early in the morning. The plan today is spraying food plots, updating you guys on the other food plots. We have a propane tank we got to move here quick, and then we're gonna move tree stands, and then we're gonna, if we have time, if time allows, we have 2 new tanks that we are gonna replace the old kiddie pools we had last year, and we're gonna put in those nice heavy duty ones, because the kiddie pools, it worked, it did its purpose last year, but they're just already brittle and they're not made for the elements like these new tubs are. But yeah, we've been doing a lot of work around here. Right here, Eric did a lot of cutting and trimming back here a couple weeks ago. Just clearing out the woods. You can see they're starting to get ready to work on stuff up here. So yeah, we're gonna jump right into it and enjoy. So yeah, first on the agenda today, we're gonna be moving this propane tank from there, and we're gonna get it closer to the trailer, because right now we're without propane for the stoves, for heating things. We're gonna eventually just direct connect it into the existing lines that we already have. But yeah, we're gonna muscle this thing over.
You guys aren't even lifting.
Eric. All right, we got the propane tank moved and where it needs to be. Dad will just have to end up leveling it off and stuff when we're ready to put the lines in. But yeah, on to the next task. So this is one of the watering holes that we have to replace the little kid pools that we did last year. Was that last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, but I think it was last year.
Yeah, so we did some quick DIY watering holes last year. We were replacing them with this nice farm, I don't know, Beelan country. But yeah, anyways, this is for like cattle and stuff. This will do a lot better in the ground than the kid pools. It's a lot more durable. And I think this is a 60-gallon. But yeah, Eric just bought that. So that's gonna go in one of the spots. And then I think we have a 75, 80-gallon one that I actually found on the side of the road in town. Yeah, it was a good find for the 40. So yeah, hopefully we can get these two watering holes in and filled up before we leave tomorrow. We have a lot to do and we only have 1 day to do it. Farm boy Eric, he's gonna go spray that bottom field, the south of the trailer food plot I was showing you with the beans. So he's gonna fire up Mavis here, and on the back, it's not ideal, but it works. We have the sprayer rigged up on the cultivator, so he can raise, lower it, get the height he wants for spraying. So yeah, we don't have an ATV yet, so it's on the back of Mavis here, and he's gonna go hit that food plot down there, and then I'll show you guys quick the food plots up in the big field, the status of them. Not the best either. So we're going to plan B for this year since plan A didn't really take, but I'll explain to you guys that up in the big field quick. These dogs love it out here. These 3 dogs are all, you got Emmy, Evie is the other little one, and then Easton's the big boy. They are brother and sisters. Got them all in the same litter. They have another brother, but he's down in AZ. His name's Cairo, and he's the biggest of them all, but he's with my sister in AZ. I believe this field right here, this food plot, we tried corn or something. I know maybe we didn't do anything in this field. I don't think we planted anything in here or on the hilltop behind me, or little round top as Dad likes to call it. But what we did do for a screen around all these food plots, you can see it kind of looks like corn all around here, but all this green shoots coming up, that's actually sorghum. And I believe, I can't remember exactly what kind of sorghum it is, but this sorghum's gonna come up and be yay tall, and it's gonna be our screen. But we did, if you look, we got nothing out here. Looks like we don't got any weeds out here, but you can see along the edges, that's all sorghum. It's like a big U shape or L shape all the way around the hilltop plot up there. And I don't even know what we call this plot. And then you can see we left a strip of grass in the middle. I think eventually that's gonna be like switchgrass or something to screen these 2 fields. So if a buck comes into this field, he wants to know what's over here, he's got to go through that. And I'm not sure where our stands are going to be laid out. Pretty just open here, maybe a couple trees down there, but we're unsure how the deer are going to react to anything that we do. So it's all just kind of a learning process, and I mean next year we'll be honed in even a little more. I think what's going to go up in here is radishes, turnips, brassica sort of stuff this year. Same with on the little round top, and then the sorghum's already planted. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. I mean, not next week, but probably 2 weeks from now, the radishes, turnips, and all that will go in. I'll find out more exactly what we got. Dad and Emerson went into Kingston, Wisconsin yesterday and went to a store there, Jaster Seeds, and dropped quite a bit of money there. Yeah, shout out to Jaster Seeds. Thank you for being close by to where our property is. And I think we dealt with them last year, and they're just a good group of people there. Very friendly, helpful, information, knowledge, all good about what you need for food plots. And that's, I think, what they kind of specialize in is food plot seed. So check out Jaster Seed in Kingston, Wisconsin if you're in the area. I'll leave a link in the description below. So this is some of the seed we bought. This is Plot Spike Forge Oat Seeds. Like I said, this is all from Jaster Seeds in Kingston, Wisconsin. This is number 8 Buster, and I believe this is another bag of number 8 Buster, and I believe that's all the radishes, turnips and stuff, but I'll let Eric or Dad explain more. And then, oh, this is just 2 pounds of number 3 clover right there. So this is plan B, you guys. Since plan A, the corn, soybeans kind of took, we're still iffy about that, but for sure all the corn we did, I can even show you more, didn't take, and that's probably due to the lack of nutrients in the soil, I'm guessing. But like I said, we're all new at this. Karina, here's your number boyfriend right here. Emerson's on Mavis, spraying like I had said he was gonna do. So the spraying on the south of the trailer, food plots are getting done. He's really got to make sure to stay in between those rows so he doesn't wreck what beans we have. Emerson's still down here spraying. I think he's about done with it, and then he'll head up to the big field. So before he gets spraying on those other food plots, I'm gonna jump on the mini bike. I'm gonna take you out to our north food plot and just show you kind of what went on over there before we go to plan B. This baby hasn't been started in a while. It took a little bit. Sandy soil. So all you food plot experts, we got sandy soil pretty much all over the 40. And this is the first year that we tried planting corn and beans and sorghum in like 60, 70, 80 years. It's been a long time. I don't even know. Decades and decades and decades. So comment below if you guys have any tips and tricks for pretty much virgin soil planting. Our plan A was to have soybeans and corn this year, but as you can tell, we planted corn all over this food plot. We got this guy, he looks a little healthy. He's about 6 weeks old, still kind of stunted, I think. And then we got one right there, pretty sparse. Another one right there, you can tell they're nipping the tops off too. I mean, look at this one they nipped off. Completely chewed down. And then over here, you got stalks that just kind of fell and bent. Right there. Just laid down. A lot of them nipped and eaten. So please, again, comments below. What can we do to keep the deer from nipping these shoots coming up? Because it seems like they really like that, but that doesn't help us in the fall. So again, this whole field here is gonna get sprayed, cultivated again, and then we will plant. We're gonna be planting radishes, turnips, brassica kind of stuff here. which we've done in the past, and that has took pretty good. But I just think there overall wasn't enough nutrients in the ground for the corn to really take here. So that's probably next year's deal. But we're just kind of rolling with the punches out here and gonna make the best of it. I think we're still gonna have a successful season coming up here in the fall. I personally won't be able to be out here bow hunting much this year, but I'll get out here for some red-eye runs and maybe some quick one-day hunts here and there, hopefully. I can't tell you how much I love having this mini bike back. I know I need the exercise and walking around more, but it's so fun driving this thing. So this right here, this is Evan's food plot, and this honestly has been the most successful food plot. We planted clover and chicory in here. It just got mowed yesterday, but it was flourishing. It was, you know, a foot high, and so we knocked it down to let some fresh stuff come up for these deer and turkeys and stuff. So this is gonna be a good food plot at some point this year. I'm excited to hunt here. But yeah, chicory, clover, it's doing good here. We're at one of my favorite food plots on the whole property, and again, by what you can see, just the sparse corn, again, nipped down and did not take very well. And the deer just, what did come up, they ate, or things were laying down. This is one of my favorite food plots, and again, this one is going to be sprayed, and then we'll cultivate it, till it, whatever, in a couple weeks. And this will be, again, radishes, turnips, brassica kind of stuff. Last year this food plot did really well. We just had brassicas in it. But yeah, there's the stand. I think we're actually going to move it. There was only one deer last year that really didn't notice me up there or get leery, and that was the first buck I saw last year that I should have shot, and that was a buck I named Old Huff. He came out over here and got 28 yards right here. I just rewatched the footage. I am such an idiot, you guys. That was a good buck. 28 yards right here. Right where I wanted him. I should have shot him, but it was the first hunt, the first buck I had saw, so I wasn't completely sure. And I mean, you always hope for something bigger, but that was the biggest one I had a crack at last year. And actually, I think a neighbor a block over actually ended up shooting him. And my dad and Emerson saw pictures of him and just said he was a beautiful buck. I think he had a drop tine and a kicker. He was just a gnarly old buck. He had a bad hoof. I should have just taken him. Just laying over here again. Corn did not take. Nipped. Just weeds coming up. God dang. These horseflies are bad. Just want to take a second, you guys. I want you to check out these awesome deck boots I got from Woven Pack. If you guys would like a pair of these, you guys should check them out on Amazon. Just type in Woven Pack. Nice affordable deck boots. Have been comfortable. You don't have to just use them for fishing like me. I'm using them for work around the property here, and they're just easy. They slip on, slip off, keep your feet dry if it's wet out, but most of all, they're just comfortable. Go check them out at Woven Pack on Amazon. I also will leave a link in the description below. Look what we got here. These turkeys, man. If you've followed the channel and you've seen my turkey videos out here at the 40, these bad boys, they just they got me, man. They're elusive to me, but I'm hoping with these food plots this year, maybe we'll get a crack at a tom this fall. I'm definitely gonna get a fall turkey license, and then into spring, maybe they'll come up in here. Rather than having it just all grass with these food plots, maybe I'll be able to set up, maybe they'll roost up in these trees behind me over here. I don't know, it might change the game. I'm pretty excited to see what the future has to offer.